To explain to people about my disabilities and how they affect and how people treat me. To explain it to people who are unwilling to listen and are going to just continue to treat me that way. Or try to make it a personal insult. While I'm expected to listen to them and all of their problems and how they feel and so on and so forth. You're disgusting excuses for human beings, all of you. I make call after call after call, but none of these places are going to take it seriously without a friend or family member who fucking cares to make the goddamn call with me. Actually make the fucking call with me, you pieces of shit. Actually try to fucking understand. Try to fucking listen and put yourself in my shoes. And when I explain to you a problem, don't fucking keep on interrupting me for your fucking idea. Shut the fuck up and listen. Oh, if I can jump the 100-meter hurdles, oh yeah, you guys can totally jump the 100-meter hurdles. Well, you know what? Some people got back problems. Some people have no fucking legs. How the fuck are they gonna jump the high hurdles? If you can do it, anyone can do it, right? Then there's these dumb cunts with YouTube channels. Holy fucking shit. 18 years of age, talking about how fucking tough life is. Well, they get on and fucking harass innocent people who can't fucking defend themselves. But it's okay, isn't it? You disgusting fucking animals. Oh, but if you can do it, I should be able to do it. If you can do it with a shit ton of fucking family support and a good fucking back, and not having post-traumatic stress disorder from being abused your entire goddamn life and literally being stuck alone in literally everything. Because people aren't on the same page as you. People don't give a fuck about you. You're just a fucking retard to the rest of goddamn society. And then you tell us it's our fault for not trying harder to be normal. And then you tell us to just be ourselves. And then you abuse the fuck out of us because ourselves is different from what you expect that we should be according to you. And then you show that you don't understand by going out of your way not to understand and saying, oh, but I understand. I understand. No, you don't. You've interrupted me every time. I've had to start over repeatedly because every time you do that, you show that you don't understand and you're not trying to understand. You're trying to fast forward to a part that you haven't already assumed and are bored with. Meanwhile, I have to get past your ignorant goddamn assumptions before we can get anywhere. And I just seen somebody's marijuana pen out there. I threw away 6 of those last week. Found another one this week. I think there's 2 more in here fucking buried somewhere. We'll go pick it up before somebody's fucking tweeny bopper gets a hold of it and makes us all look bad. Fucking Christ. Or is it fucking Christ Almighty? It's one or the other. Oh, and it looks like it's been run over and broken too. That might be one of the cigarette ones. Holy shit, it's not run over or broken. It's a very expensive one. And it's mostly full. It's also not one of the marijuana ones. This is a tobacco one with flavored tobacco. Very interesting. You can tell the difference between these ones and the ones that have marijuanas in them. Because the ones with marijuanas in them are supposed to have a little sticker on them that shows that it's marijuanas. But they might be interchangeable as far as the tips go. I don't know. Alright. What else else we got going on here? Oh, yes. I had one of these in here at one point in time, and they are pretty essential for being able to show evidence when I am able to hook my computer up. Because then I can use my phone for at least part of it. I just get a really bad connection. There's a lot of my so-called friends who wanted to get pissed off because I couldn't do what they wanted right when they wanted it. Like instantaneous gratification. Whereas they wanted to tell me that I needed to just be patient, just be patient, just be patient. Well, I just be patiented until Natalie Bollinger had a fucking hole in her head because nobody wanted to listen. They just wanted me to be fucking patient. Thanks, assholes. Now people are dead. Multiple people. Oh, Sean, don't blame me. Hell, I'll blame whoever I goddamn well please. I should be held accountable for my actions, not everyone's. And I am an overwhelming asshole for a reason. If it wasn't necessary, I wouldn't be. Alright, let's see if this will actually work. Well, it's something, I guess. Let's see how well it works. It won't really work all that well in here, but let's give it a try. There I go. Guess that'll kind of sort of work. Problem is, I can't get past your goddamn assumptions, because you all know about autism. You have a cousin who's autistic. So because the people in your family treat autistic people like they're retarded, that magically makes it okay, right? To be intolerant. BLM is intolerant of homeless people and autistic people. Same thing with MMIW and MMIP. Same thing with just about every group that you guys care about. You just let people hurt us. Instead of you finding out about us, you find out about the parts of autism that you can use to degrade us, dehumanize us, try to make us feel like we're less than human beings. You do not include us. Our disabilities don't matter to you. When we tell you about how our disabilities are used to harm us, how bad assumptions of our disabilities are used to harm us, you blow us off like it's something that everyone has to deal with on the same level. Not even close. Let's imagine your son, who is deaf, is suicidal because you won't fucking listen to him. So you call the cops because he's threatened to kill himself with a knife. You tell the cops on the phone that your son is deaf, and they show up and they shoot your son. Sure, they yelled at him to put the knife down. Sure, they did that, but they didn't stop to recognize he's still fucking deaf. How is it the dispatch forgot to tell the officers that? How often does that happen? But you care about deaf kids. You don't care about autistic folks. When we're victimized by the police because of our disabilities and how easy we are to take advantage of and to manipulate because we're alone. Even if you know that something is wrong, when you're alone and you're called mentally ill, you're abused for the rest of your life over it. It doesn't matter that you can show the bias and the abuse when nobody's going to look at it. And they're going to take advantage of your speech impediment and your speech issues. They're going to capitalize on it for their own personal gain. The people that you are sent to as an autistic person who is supposed to help you, they all of them tell you it's someone else's job. And then once they realize how much trouble they're in, then they'll pretend like they're going to help you, but they just send you on a wild goose chase. I speak up for a reason. Because somebody has to. And it's not going to be you. I can't expect cowards to take charge of their own lives or to speak up for others. They don't even speak up for themselves. They expect people like me to do it. You have no idea how many people sent me friends requests and pretended like they were going to help me and they just wanted to be friends. Only for it to be a situation where they had a missing loved one. Well, shit, instead of pretending to be my friend for 6 weeks, tell me about your missing loved one and let's get that information out there where it can help your missing loved one. Makes sense? Makes sense to me. Neurotypicals are evil. Does that feel good? Does that sound good? No, of course it doesn't. But you don't care how we were treated. We must deserve it because we're different. We must have chosen to be different. Just like your friend in the wheelchair. He chose to have spinal issues at birth. That's right, at birth. Sure, some of y'all got friends that you're like, oh man, I can't feel sorry for him. He was drinking and driving and broke his own back and ended up killing 2 people in the process. So I don't feel bad for him. He did that to himself. Oh, you have the same opportunities as everyone else. No, I don't. I don't have the benefits of being white. Are you shitting me? I didn't grow up in fucking Congress. I ain't the son of a preacher man. In the places I grew up in, I was the minority. Blaming me for stuff that happened hundreds of years ago, while those things are happening to human beings today. Of all colors, not just black. When the laws that were made to harm millions of black people after the Civil War, when it was used to try to clean up the streets of homeless people, everybody was for it. It was nationwide, still is. That kind of slavery is still legal. Matter of fact, it was such a masterful plan that Adolf Hitler himself, Fritz Sauckel, and Heinrich Himmler used the idea for American chain gangs for their forced labor camps. They thought it was a wonderful idea. And apparently so did many people here in the United States. If we hadn't implemented it, the Nazis wouldn't have been able to copy it. They'd had to find another business model, so to speak. And that's exactly what it is. It's a business model. How to make more money for the state. If all homeless people are now criminals just because they're homeless, you can pick them up at any time. They can't turn in anybody that commits a crime against them. They have no rights because they have no home. Then, of course, autistic people are always told to go to the back of the bus. I'm white and autistic, so I need to shut up because I'm white, right? I don't know what it's like to go through adversity because I'm white, right? I have no idea what it's like to be beaten up for the color of my skin because I'm white, right? Or have racial slurs yelled at me because I'm white, right? That's not the reality of my situation. I didn't grow up under a fucking rock with hand servants, manservants, maid servants, and the like. I grew up in the system. And it ain't even like that. In most of those places, you're given a chore. Even if you're only 4 years old, you get a chore. I'm fine with the chores. The chores are not a problem. Child molesters and rapists in positions of power, that's the problem. When your kid goes into child care, you got about an equal chance of getting stuck with a child molester as you do get into a good home. If it's not one or the other foster parents, it's one of their kids. And then there's a lot of foster homes that are various types of abuse in between. There's some of them that aren't abusive, they're just not good foster homes because the people don't care about you. But they're not abusive. Also, autism isn't something that just disappears when you become an adult. This is going to burn out before I get completely through this. Pretty sure. What I needed was my friends and family to understand my disabilities instead of capitalizing on them, taking advantage of them. That shit hurts. It hurts bad. And you pretend that somebody's disabilities are their choice or their decision. Are you going to argue over everything that they say because you want to feel right and mighty and powerful, and this is someone who it's easy to talk over? That doesn't make it okay. I speak up because it's my right to do so. No matter how offended you get that I speak up, it is still my right to do so. No matter how angry you are that I told on you and yours, it's still my right to do so. Just as people had the right, apparently, to slander my name and to harm me physically, I have the right to tell the truth. Or rather, I should. I should have the right to show evidence in court. All of these rights that are denied just by calling someone mentally ill. Sure, there's rights that are supposed to be observed, but they're not being observed because nobody helps. They have their own idea about how it's supposed to work, many of them based on being lied to by the people who are supposed to help. And that's why you don't make those calls alone. That's why you don't make the victim make those calls alone. Finally, after 20 minutes and my thumb and fingers hurting, I finally... I have no place to go. Many of you take for granted the fact that you have a place. All the time you have a place. You have friends and family members that you can go see right now if you want. I can't. I haven't been able to go see my friends and family without being harmed since 2016. Thanks to Maddie Boa, Natalie Bollinger, and Alicia Bollinger. But they're girls, so it's okay. It's okay to target people who are disabled if you're a girl. To pretend that they're a stalker when they ask for help, when they ask for you to call a stop to it. Please call off the dogs. But no, you can't ask a woman to do that in the United States. She'll pretend like you're a fucking monster. I don't just have to deal with gender inequality. I have to deal with the fact that I'm disabled, and there's inequality that comes with that. Like people assuming what help that we get. Oh, well, this place is supposed to help you, and that place is supposed to help you. Yeah, supposed to my ass, they're not doing shit. Maybe you should go with and help to explain it. But do you? No, you gotta tell the fucking victim to do it themselves, knowing full well that that is the quickest way for them to get no help whatsoever. The stuff we're all going through, are we really all going through it? Or just a select few? Just the brokest of the broke?